on the beautiful but very windy and chilly National Seashore. I am out chasing Pompano. I did bring one setup with a Wi-Fi rig with some, I have frozen blue crab, and I even have some cigar minnows. I'm cleaning out my freezer. It's that time of year. It is a red flag day. The water is wild. So the first thing I need to do is figure out what size Sputnik is gonna hold my bait in place. I'm gonna start with a 4. I brought all the way up to 6s. Maybe a 4 or a hold. That's my favorite weight to throw, but I'm gonna just put one rig out with a little bit of bait on it and see if this holds. If not, I gotta switch it. When it's windy like this, you really got to tighten down your drag once you set it. Much tighter than on our calm days. That guy might already be moving. I see my line kind of creeping. If he's moving, we're going up to 5. If I have to do anything bigger than a 6, I'm off the beach and it's no video. And the water's ripping like this, Fishbites is your best bet, because even if you use magic thread to hold on your bait, it doesn't last long. It just gets torn apart by the water. So right now I'm gonna throw on a piece of the Easy Mullet. See if anyone wants it. There we go. Something. Stay on there. Oh yeah, he's on there. I think this was just the mullet, you guys. If I remember correctly, the mullet fish bites. See if I can get them to the beach. Swimming in, please. There he is. He's still on there. Jumping. Whatever it is jumping. I do not want to get my toes wet today. Come on, bud. Oh, is that a pump? It's a Pompano. Awesome. I'm going to get him up here. Ooh, he's a big boy, too. I put him about 14, 15. Let's see what he ate. So this is a DS tackle rig. And just that piece of mullet. Fish bites only. Oh, that's so cool. All right, so braving the cold, braving the wild water has been worth it already today, because we got dinner. There we go. Hook is out. There's that Pompano, you guys. I know it's ridiculous right now, but man, it's quite chilly here in Florida. Thinking of taking a trip down south and visiting friends. So we measure fork to nose or nose to fork. There's the fork, nose. Not as big as I had hoped, but he's 13. He's definitely a keeper. I'll get him bled out and in the box. I'm happy about that. I'm gonna try to get some water to bleed this fish. It's so cold. Honestly, my nose is already running and I don't want wet feet because that's the worst. See if I can do this without getting completely soaked. I do have my boots on, but they don't go up very high. Got some water. Good enough. It'll get the job done. This piece of mullet is still good. The rig is still good. So I'm just gonna throw it right back out there and pray for another one. You can see that my Sputnik is full of sand. So before I do throw it out, I'm just gonna wash it off in the Gulf, reset that Sputnik, and get this back out there. That was a good hit, you guys. This one, I believe, had a double drop rig on, and top was shrimp, bottom was a Sam Flea flavored Fishbites. Feeling pompy again. This might be an awesome day. I really debated coming out with the weather the way it is. Oh, stay on there. But you know, ponds like, oh, that's another pump. Those big waves, come on, buddy. Don't you let me lose you. Oh, oh, look at that. Okay, I was wrong about the rig. That's a rig I tied. And again, just fish bites. You guys, I did a fish bite sandwich. Learned it from the East Coast guys. A piece of ghost shrimp, plain white fish bites, and a piece of electric chicken. He is a fatty. Here we go. Here's that fish bite sandwich I was telling you guys about. Oh my gosh. It was worth braving this crappy weather. This guy is beautiful. Get this hook out and get this rod right back into the water. I'm throwing it out far today, you guys. God, is he beautiful. All right, nose. That's really annoying. Windy days are not conducive to filming. Nose to fork. Put them at 15. All right, I'm gonna throw them in the bucket with the one that's already bleeding out, just for now, and get this rod out, and then I'll come back and dispense this fish. All right, into the deep water. Helps that I have a north wind, so it's, along with my usual cast, it's giving me a little extra ground because it's pushing it out there. get it to that sinker to lock in. There we go. And just give it a couple turns this time because it is ripping. All right, let's do this again. Let's go, you guys. It's cold, miserable conditions, but we are catching dinner. Two Pompanos in 10 minutes. So awesome. Okay, you guys, we're using blue crabs today. The first time I ever heard about it was my buddy Brian Demo with Demo's Surf Fishing podcast was talking about it, and he used it the first time I fished with him. And then I went over to the East Coast and the guys cut up blue crab all the time. So you can see the first thing I did was go ahead and cut off all the legs. We don't use them. And then this is already cleaned up. I'm gonna open this back half here, which is kind of hard to do when your hands are frozen and the crab just came out of the cooler. But we'll get it. There we go. Take that off. You don't need that either. And then I'm gonna cut this guy in half, just like this. From here, this is the little, I don't know how well it's gonna pick up, especially without sunlight today. There's sections in the crab. You just want the little finger. So cut a small, right along that line on one side, go back and cut on the other side. If you cut it all straight on that line instead of doing one side, the other, you're gonna lose a lot of meat. So that's it. That's a little piece of crab. And then from there, all my rods are out in the water, but right where you cut that claw off is where you're gonna stick your hook in and pop it out. They stay on really well. You can use magic thread if you feel the need. I never do. I just throw it on there with a piece of bite and cross my fingers. But I am gonna use this on the next bait change, so I wanted to give you guys heads up because I don't use it often. I tried holding off. I can't do it any longer. Another hit, another hit. I was just changing bait. Stay on there. There, he's on there. Come on. Oh, did I lose him? Or is he just, oh yeah, he's just swimming in that fast. Get him over that sandbar. Oh, shaking. Going sideways, all a good sign. Come on, that's a pump. Up and over. Come on, bud. Come on. There we go, another good one. Holy cow. See what he came on. So I put a nice big fat piece of just plain white shrimp and a little piece of the electric chicken shrimp flavored, and that's the rig I tied. It honestly, you guys, my hands are freezing, so I don't want to keep going into the cooler for the shrimp and sand fleas and crab that I brought. So I've switched to strictly all fish bites. I have frozen to the core and even put on snow pants, you guys. I'm not ready for this cold weather, but there you go. Another fish bite sandwich. I'm gonna get this guy undone, measured up. We have plenty of fish in the cooler now. And you could see that I'm using a just a little float bead right before it hits the hook. Something different. So cool. It's freezing. It's dropped down into the 40s, and that's freezing in my world. Here we go. Fork to nose. He is just over 14 inches. Nice. Oh. Add them to the bucket. The nice thing is, this time of year when it's chilly here, you don't need to waste money on ice. Just keep a bucket of cold water and those fish will stay fresh. That's good, because I was second guessing my addiction. It has been, I don't know, about an hour since I caught those first 2 pops, and I've just been sitting here pacing the beach trying to stay warm. But I'll keep on going if the fish are gonna chew. And it's still good, so I'm gonna throw it right back out there. Just reset my Sputnik after I dip it in water and get all that sand off. All right, I'll chuck this out there. It'd be nice to get 3 more real quick. That's my limit in Florida, and then I can go home and take a very hot shower. I gotta go finish rebaiting that other hook, or that other rod that I was starting to get going. So this is what the setup was. See how thick this is compared to the normal fish bites that we buy for the beach? This is their offshore version. I think if it's thicker, there's that much more scent in there, and it just lasts a little longer. And then I'm adding the electric chicken for the color, but they're the same flavor. Just give them a little sandwich press and good to go. Told you guys it was windy today. That's all I have in me today, you guys. I'm freezing, and I need to get these fish cleaned up along with all my gear and cook some dinner. I'm thinking fish stew tonight. Until next time, y'all, keep it real.